Welcome to the home of the only digital asset in the United States that has legal clarity, ladies and gentlemen. XRP, baby. We won. We got so much to go over. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, the market is at $1.29 trillion for crypto, and it's up 4.8%. But let me tell you something. We're going to XRP LHQ, where it is the central hub for the XRP community, which is about to explode, ladies and gentlemen, because, again, XRP, the home of the only digital asset in the United States with legal clarity, you're going to want to build on this network. You're going to want to use this network, and you're going to want to advertise right here on this central hub. Click the link below. Let's take a look at the market price real quick here for XRP and other assets. Bitcoin 31,165, Ethereum 1989 and change. What a year that was. 78 cents for XRP. Tether market cap's 83.4 billion. I want you to take a look at this, because what are you waiting for? Get tax-free crypto today. By the way, XRP is back, ladies and gentlemen. It's iTrust Capital. It is the home of the best crypto IRA on the planet, bar none. Click that link underneath the video. XRP's back on the board, baby. And there's so many people like myself who left what I had on there and it was frozen. No more. Thank you to everybody at iTrust. And if anyone asks you, this is what legal clarity looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Everything else just thinks they have it. Once use case utility is driving price, there will be no coming back. Don't believe it. It's still true. On the news of the case, Bitcoin barely moved. Ethereum moved, but barely. XRP moved over, I think it was 80% at one point. Unbelievable, or almost 80%, it was something like that. So, you know, I think what did we touch? 90 cents or something? Or close to it, 89, something like that. However it goes, this is what a legal decision did for the asset XRP. The market understands it correctly, is the way I see it. And you know what? As we sort through this information today, to understand exactly what it means going forward now, right? This is the big thing. You know, I hear people say that, well, Bitcoin's got clarity. Really? What case can you cite that it has clarity? I take issue. We'll see what happens. Ben Armstrong, shout out to him, says, holy smokes, what a freaking day here. The SEC officially acknowledges Bitwise's spot Bitcoin ETF application. Okay. So there's another ETF application going in. Doesn't mean it's approved, but we see it's happening. So we'll see what goes on there. Shout out to Mark Phillips here. He says, well, it seems XRP is the only digital asset with both utility and legal clarity in America. You damn right. Shout out to Cowboy Crypto. And shout out to none other than Craig DeWitt here. Take a listen to his prediction of what the case ruling would be and how it would turn out just a week or two before it actually happened. Take a listen.
Hit me. SEC gets their ass kicked in the Ripple case. Mm-hmm. Absolutely get their ass kicked in the Ripple case. But the ruling comes out in such a way that XRP is alone cleared as a non-security in the United States. Meaning that with all the other stuff that the SEC is pulling, suing exchanges, suing other coins, they're going to sue some big ones as well, that only BTC and XRP have legal clarity in the United States for a 2-year period.
You know, close. Look, I think the world of Craig, but I take issue. I haven't seen the legal clarity for Bitcoin. All I've seen is what has happened to Ripple and XRP. Is everyone acts like it has clarity, and then But where's the case? Where's the legal precedent that says there is clarity? See, until we have legal precedent, I'm not so sure about any other asset, and certainly underneath the leadership of Gary Goldman Gensler. Shout out to Craig DeWitt. James K. Filan had shared that breaking news. Judge Torres has issued her ruling on the parties for summary judgment. Again, what does it all mean? Well, let's take a look at this, because Leonidas here says he's looking at part of the decision in the conclusion here. And if we just quickly go into this, because now it gets down to understanding everything. It says, foregoing reasons, the SEC's motion for summary judgment is granted as to institutional sales and otherwise denied. Defendant's motion summary judgment is granted as to programmatic sales, the other distributions in Larson and Garlinghouse's sales, and denied as to institutional sales. The court shall issue a separate order setting a trial date and related pretrial deadlines in due course. So just going from that, right? And what Leonidas is asking basically here, saying Ripple, according to its quarterly report, used to have institutional and programmatic sales. Programmatic sales stopped in Q4 2019. While institutional sales were replaced by ODL-related sales. According to the summary judgment, are ODL-related sales now considered securities? And it's a really great question. And we know that the early sales are what are in question, right? So let's take a look here, because Ratha Kahneman takes a stab at it, and we really like what he does. So make sure you give him a follow. Judge Torres has rendered a decision on the summary judgment motion in the SEC versus Ripple, and we're going to take a look at David Schwartz's comments in just a second as well. Torres ruled institutional XRP sales were investment contracts, but programmatic sales were not. Torres didn't rule on the secondary market, but did note that the blind nature of bid and ask, institutional sales of XRP were ruled improper sales of securities because of Ripple marketing and the expectation Ripple would develop XRP uses for institutional investors. Importantly, the programmatic XRP sales are not investment contracts because no one invested in Ripple. They were blind bid-ask transactions. This has important implications for crypto in general. The judge did not rule if common enterprise extends to other XRP holders, but then the blind bid-ask nature of sales suggests they were not sales contracts, seems to have big exchange implications too. The other distributions, giveaways, Xspring, Ripple X, grants, etc., XRP are exonerated as investment contracts because even if immediately sold, the money was not tracked or traced back to Ripple. Because of these decisions, rulings on Larson Garlinghouse followed similar lines, not on the hook regarding programmatic other distributions, but their motion for summary judgment is denied regarding institutional XRP sales, complicitly to be decided at trial. So now what? I think the ruling provides some reassurance to consumers their XRP buy-sells aren't security sales since they are blind, distinct from Ripple. But I'm no lawyer. Ripple, Brad, and Chris are now on the hook for the institutional sales and may go to trial. As always, special thanks to James K. Filan for getting these docs to us and providing some insights, more analysis to come from our attorney community. I'm sure stay tuned. And then this is really interesting here. So in ordinary people's language, they lost on the main part, institutional rest is peanuts. And I think Ratha Kahneman has it right here. He says, main is a matter of interpretation. I think they won on the main part. The status of XRP overall will face the music at trial over the early institutional stuff. That is exactly how I interpret it as well. No doubt about it. Great, great insights from Ratha Kahneman. And here from Jesse Hines says, basically, Ripple can still sell XRP to institutions. They just have to file the appropriate paperwork after the sale. Heck, if they want to, they could sell some directly to unaccredited investors at Joint C-Starter, he says. He says, this isn't that big of a bridge to get over. They'll just have to file the appropriate filings. These likely fall under Reg D. If they don't, Ripple just needs to find an intermediary that wants to be the liquidity provider for ODL sales and sell to them. So you just take an exchange here in the US. What if Coinbase says, hey, you know what? We'd like to be a liquidity partner for you. Well, there you have it. Long as Ripple's not selling it directly, game on, ladies and gentlemen, game on. And it sounds the same here. David Schwartz says the same thing. We're still figuring this out. We don't currently have ODL-related sales with a U.S. nexus, and not being able to do so is not really a huge deal. We can still do on-demand liquidity in the U.S. so long as XRP is never sourced from Ripple, and that means directly. So all they have to do is have a liquidity provider in between them, and there is no problem with that, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, let's take a look at this. Are we going to see God's candle here? Brace yourselves. Will this be the God's candle? Hold on tight, because something extraordinary might be about to happen. And I think as well as the chart, I think we know fundamental news, it already has happened. And one of the most encouraging things going forward, ladies and gentlemen, is the idea about use case utility being able to work its way to being the price driver for this asset and not speculation alone. I couldn't be more excited. We got ups to go, we got downs to go, and I'm sure of that as well. But you know what? I'm here for it. We've all been here for it. You guys should congratulate yourselves, pat yourselves on the back. It has been a long journey to get to this part, and I feel like a new chapter is beginning, and it's all about use case utility. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I'll catch all of you on the next one.